For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm a driving instructor and I've been teaching people to drive since 2009. I recently made a video on common learner driving mistakes, which I'll link to in the top right hand corner of your screen. That video was viewed by many and many asked me to make another one. So here I am, part 2, and I'm going to start you off with a very common learner driving mistake, and that's worrying too much about what others think.
Oh, why do I have to have a BMW behind me? I wonder what BMW stands for. I could guess the M is impatient. Doesn't really work, but makes a point. Oh, now I have to stop. On approach to this roundabout, there was no cars. Now there's loads of them. It's like they were waiting for me. Now the car behind is going to be getting really impatient with me. Oh, a stupid pickup truck. Now I can't see if they're coming or not. I bet the car behind can see, but I can't. So he's going to be getting really angry that I'm not going to go. Oh, I can go, let's go. There's 2 lanes here. I bet the car behind's going to overtake me. Oh yeah, looks like it. Oh, come on, that's faster than the speed limit.
In my view, part of becoming a good driver is having the ability not to worry about what others around you are thinking. Don't be pushed into anything. Drive at a speed you feel comfortable with and only take opportunities that you feel comfortable with. I think there's 3 main types of driver on the road: mice, cats and dogs. Mice tend to be very timid. They're normally new drivers or more anxious drivers. They don't want to step on anyone's toes and they give way to absolutely everyone, even when it's their priority, which generally causes more problems than good. Cats tend to mind their own business, don't really care what people around them think, and do what they think is necessary. And then there's dogs. Dogs like to bark orders at everyone, tell everyone how to drive. They may follow the highway code. They may even have their own highway code that they like to try and push onto other people. But either way, they certainly like to let others know how they should drive. In my opinion, cats make the best drivers. Of course, not literally, they can't even reach the pedals, but figuratively. The next problem is trying to stay left when dealing with parked cars and obstructions.
I'm not going to forget my mirrors this time for these parked cars. Steer about now, that will do it. Ooh, I'm on the white line in the middle. I'll go left a little bit just to get off that line. Oh, I'm going towards that red car now. I'll go right again. Mirrors to come back to my side of the road. Mirrors again to go back to the middle of the road. Left, right. This is awkward.
The difference between learner drivers and drivers when it comes to dealing with parked cars and obstructions is learners like to stay left as much as possible. They move out at the last second, they weave in and out of the cars, and they don't like driving on that white line in the middle of the road. The white line in the middle of the road is rule 127 of the highway code if you're interested. What drivers do is they don't pay too much attention to that white line. They look at the entire space. How much space is there? Can I fit with the oncoming car? If they can, they tend to go. If not, they'll give way. I'll leave a link in the top right hand corner of your screen for a video on dealing with parked cars.
The safest thing to do is to move out nice and early and take half of the available space, leaving the other half to oncoming cars. Don't worry about the white line and try to keep this position if safe so everybody knows your intentions.
The next common mistake is trying to keep up with the car in front.
Lights are changing. Let's get ready to go. Again. Well, that's embarrassing. Stupid car. Honestly, really? Again?
It's important to remember that as a new driver, you're going to take a lot longer to get a car moving, particularly a manual car moving, than other drivers on the road who are far more experienced than you. If you try to keep up with the car in front as they set off, you're probably going to drive badly. It's very normal for the car in front to get some distance away from you as you start to try to move the car. Don't fight this, it's perfectly normal. With experience, you will get quicker without even realizing it. The next common mistake is trying to skip learning. Many new drivers get very frustrated that they can't drive straight away and that they have to start as a learner and go through a learning process.
Right at the mini roundabout, that's mirrors and signal done. Slowing down, best get a lower gear. Now can I go? Not sure, but I better not turn in front of that red car. That feels dangerous. Oh, hang on, I can go. That's why the red car's waiting. Will I ever get these stupid roundabouts? This looks quite simple. Just go around this bend, give way to those two cars. The left looks clear though, so I should be able to go after this fan. Let's go. Oh, why did that happen? Quick, restart. Oh no, it's already restarted. Oh, now I've got to wait for this white car. Well, at least the left is still clear. Let's go. Oh, not again. You've got to be kidding me. Why does this keep happening? Ah, I'm in third gear. Oh, why can't I drive a manual? Will I ever learn? And I have to move away with a car in front. Why? First gear, handbrake off. Please don't hit that car. No one's coming. Let's go. Oh no, nearly hit the car. Oh no, I'm going to hit the curb. Oh, that was close. Why can't I just drive? This time I'm going to miss this pothole. Where is it? Well, there it is. Just turn a bit. Oh, I still hit it. How hard can it be to know where your wheels are? This driving malarkey is just not for me.
The problem here isn't the driving. That's how new drivers drive. They don't drive well, they drive bad before they drive well. You can't even really say it's a mistake because it's only a mistake if you already know what you're doing. You haven't learned how to do it yet. A child only learns to walk because they don't mind falling over. They get from one side of the room to the other, falling over, not caring. It's just part of the process of getting to that colourful toy. If they cared about falling over, they'll be less likely to try and less likely to learn. Here are some good learning attitudes.
Ah, missed the first shield. Never mind, I'll get the next one. Ah, well maybe not, I missed the next one as well. Keep looking. Aha, the bus. I'm going to get the bus. It's long. Let's start moving now. Let's go behind it. And there we go. Where there's a will, there is a way. Reverse parking on the road. This is not my favourite, but I'll get there. That's enough angle. Straighten the wheel. No one coming from the right. No one from behind. Now the tricky bit. I've got to judge when I'm near the curb using this mirror. I think that looks close there. Steer away from the curb, so I take the angle off and don't hit the curb. No one from the right. No one from behind again. Now I'm taking the angle off. Oh, whoopsie daisies. That feels like the pavement to me. Never mind. Next time I won't get so close to the curb.
This is where your driving instructor can either help you or hurt you. It's important for your instructor to encourage you and not discourage you. Oh, you're not very good at this today, are you? And another one. Are you going to take any of these opportunities? I tell you what, I have a great idea. Get a bus pass. That's an example of how a driving instructor can be discouraging. It also doesn't help if your instructor sounds like Murray Walker at the beginning of a Grand Prix. Go, go, go! Of course, massive respect to Murray Walker. He was an absolute legend that the world unfortunately lost this year at the grand old age of 97. And finally, for the last common learner mistake of the video, a dollop of steering will do the trick.
Clutch down, first gear and handbrake off. Doesn't seem to be rolling, so I don't need a handbrake start. No one there, and the blind spot is clear. Steer to the right, let's go. Oh, a little bit too much in the middle of the road there. Let's bring it back to my half. That's better. Why do I keep going in the middle?
Many new drivers tend to give a dollop of steering away from the pavement when they move up the road. Now, a dollop of creme fraiche on your chili con carne may be quite nice, but sometimes it's better to measure your ingredients. For example, when you're baking a cake, you want to measure those ingredients to make sure it works. The same is true when you steer. When you move away from the side of the road, it's better to move forwards and gradually ease the steering wheel away from the curb so that you move away from the pavement in a measured way without going into the middle of the road. Of course, it's probably a good idea to steer a little bit just before you start moving to make sure you are going away from the curb in case you parked a little bit too close. But don't whack a dollop on, be off in the middle of the road before you know it. Well, it's time to wrap up this video. If you like it, give it a like and check out Collingwood Are Confused in the description. If you're learning to drive and want to insure yourself on somebody else's car, check out Collingwood because you can do so without affecting the owner's policy, which is really handy when you're learning to drive. Takes away some of the stress from the owner of that car. Via the link at the moment, there's up to 35% off and a £20 Amazon gift card. If you want to insure your own car, check out confused.com also, because you can fill out one quote form, get loads of prices back to see who's cheapest, and you can change the car on that quote as many times as you like to compare how much it costs to insure different cars. Using the links doesn't cost you anything, but it does support this channel, so thank you very much. Check out Facebook and Instagram if you wish, they're both Conquer Driving, and subscribe to get my future videos. And until the next one, cheerio.